Hello and welcome to a podcast where we talk about philosophy. This is Open Book. My name is Harry Kerametlian, joined here by Grace Brummett.
Hello.
I know we haven't done this podcast in a million years, and you've never even been on this podcast.
I thought I was. I thought I have been. No? Maybe
No.
not. Maybe I'm
It's
thinking
only-
of like a different podcast. I think I'm thinking of a different podcast.
Yeah, you probably are.
Yeah.
We only had Brian on in the past, but at the same time, with the new semester, we're changing up the theme of this podcast drastically. We're going to be talking about philosophy. Yay! We love philosophy.
Confetti effect.
Sure.
Okay.
So, so philosophy is like the complete opposite of what we used to talk about on this this podcast. And if you guys have never heard of philosophy, you probably have, but it's like a really, really challenging subject to like grasp your head around, right? So Grace, we've already talked about some philosophical questions on the DJ, on the radio before, but what do you know about philosophy?
Nothing other than it hurts my brain, like a lot. It makes me really like question my whole existence, and it kind of hurts. It hurts my head. It either hurts my head and it makes me think about my whole existence, or I get way too passionate and I get mad about it. Cause there'll be like questions and I'll think like they're common sense, and then like someone could have like a complete different view, and I'm like, what is common sense? And then I get really like upset. Yeah.
It's like really just about diverse perspectives, right?
Yeah.
And also, you mentioned existence, like questioning your existence.
Yes.
That's only one branch of philosophy, which is metaphysics, right?
It's like all the questions that you have asked me have made my head hurt.
Well, except for cannibalism. If you weren't there for it, then you missed out.
That's really out of context. Please explain that, okay? Please.
Okay, the question I asked back then was, is cannibalism ever okay? Which we had very strong opinions for.
Very strong.
Except we both had a very similar opinion on it.
No, we didn't.
We did. I was just introducing perspectives, right?
Oh, okay.
We both agreed that it's rarely ever okay. Yeah. We won't be diving into that topic anytime soon because we just talked about it. Stay tuned for a future episode where we do. But instead, today we're actually going to talk about some basic philosophical topics, right? Ooh. Most of them has to do with another branch of philosophy, which is ethics, right? That's a huge branch, which is really, really prevalent in this day and age. Starting with the most common philosophical question.
I know what this is going to be.
The trolley problem.
Oh, what is that?
Wait, what would you think it was going to be?
I thought you were going to ask, like, the other question that we had prepared, like, what is a person? I was like, preparing a speech. I was like...
I don't think that has to do with ethics.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, actually, it could. Depending on, like, your takes on it.
Yeah, I don't know. What is the trolley problem?
So this is, like I said, the most common philosophical/ethical question out there, right? The most basic. It's basically where you're driving a trolley. Do you know what a trolley is?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're driving it, and there's two paths that you could turn to, right? Like just with a flip of a lever or whatever, right?
Oh, yeah.
One track has 5 people lying there, and your trolley can't stop, right? You can't stop it. There's no brakes or whatever. It's just going, right? Mm-hmm. You can't stop it. Mm. So there's 5 people on one track. There's one person on the other track. And you can't stop the trolley. You have to choose one or the other.
My question is, why are they laying on the track? Like, I know this is... okay, whenever you ask me questions like these, I like to think of, like, the realistic aspect. Why are they laying on the track? Well, is this, like, a metaphor for something?
The thing about, hypothetical situations is that it could happen. It might not be realistic, but it could potentially happen, right?
Okay.
Maybe, like, I don't know, you were being chased, or I don't know why you would be on a trolley, but you were being chased and you're on a trolley and you can't stop. And for some reason, the bad guys had, like, people tied up.
Okay.
So it's like a real life trolley problem, which is terrible, but
okay.
Yeah, so
So you're
Just to-
asking which way I would go?
Yes. Would you
Well-
pick the 5 people or the 1 person? And why?
Well, I don't think murder is okay in general.
It's
just
never
making
okay.
just making that clear. But I would probably go for the one person.
All right. So I know that many people would have the same
Yeah.
answer, right?
Because the way I think of it is just like, okay, it sounds like bad when I say it out loud. It's gonna sound really bad, but like it's just one life, which is still important rather than like 5 lives.
So
You know?
you would probably choose quantity over quality. So let's just get into the
Yeah.
quality aspect, right?
Okay.
What if that 1 person was your mom?
Um.
And those 5 other people were just strangers. Would you still choose the 5 people
Well,
or the mom, your mom?
this is gonna sound really, really bad. I love my mom. I promise. Okay, I'm gonna make that really clear. I'm gonna make. Excuse me. I'm gonna make that really clear.
Yeah.
I love my mom a lot.
Mm.
I would choose my mom
Yeah.
because I'm sure she would understand. Like, what? Like those 5 people have families too.
Yeah.
Like, they could have like. You know, they have parents too. They probably could have children. They could have someone looking out for them. But I'm sure my mom would understand. Why are you
Well-
laughing? Don't be mean.
Well, no.
Don't be mean.
I think.
I feel bad saying this. This
Yeah, I
makes me
know,
feel really sad.
I know.
I don't wanna
That's
think
that's
about-
all of ethics,
I don't
right?
want to have to think about running my mom over with a trolley. I don't want to have to think about that.
Okay. Well, not
Okay.
your mom, but let's say a very, very, very important person like the president, right? Would you rather choose the president,
President.
or 5 strangers?
Which president?
Well, let's say
The current president?
you know what? Let's
Or-
just start there. Yeah, sure, the current president. Or actually, never
Yeah,
mind.
the
Let's
current
yeah,
president.
let's change
Because,
it to
like,
like
no, like,
I don't know, some other.
My reasoning is the same. It's
Forward.
the 5 strangers. Like,
Yeah.
they could have families too. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like, nothing would pretty much change that, even if it's
Maybe
I don't know.
not.
Wait. What about this? What about
Okay.
this? So you're a animal person.
Yes.
You love your pets.
Yes.
All of your pets are on one rail,
Okay.
and there's 5 people on the other. Which one would you choose?
I'm very sorry. I'm a big animal lover. I love animals. I love animals with my whole heart.
Yeah.
I'm choosing the 5 people. I'm sorry. I love animals. I cannot. I'm sorry. I love like if it was my pets.
Yeah.
I'm
All of your
choosing.
pets.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. So in
sorry.
other words, you would rather
This
run
sounds
over.
horrible. I hope I
Yeah.
don't get like
No, this is
shamed for
ethics,
this.
right? This is like literally just the trolley problem, right?
Yeah.
Like there's no clear-cut right answer. It's just preference.
Yeah.
Right? Like for you would rather run over your mom,
Listen.
a
Stop laughing.
5 strangers, but when it comes to your
Stop laughing.
All right.
Well, because my pets have been there for me for like ever. They've been comforting me.
What about your mom?
Okay, so like my pets have been comforting me
Yeah.
like for the whole time that I've had them. Like they have actually brought me so much joy. I feel like animals bring me more joy than people do sometimes. I
That's
understand
fair.
those 5 people have a family, but I want them to be put in my shoes. If you could if you had to run over, like, your family dog that you've had for 9 years, or if you could kill 5 people. I don't know. It's just the way I think about it.
But then you brought up the thing about them having families. So
Well, those pets are my family. And
Yeah.
they're like, those pets are my family too. Like, I mean, those pets,
yeah.
I'm their family.
Yeah.
I'm the only family they've ever known.
Yeah.
So, it just kind of makes sense to me, okay?
I guess
I
so.
like animals a lot. Wait, before we move on, I
Okay.
want to know what your stance on it is.
Oh yeah,
I
no,
feel
I was
like that
actually
should
going
be
to
fair.
describe that.
Okay, good.
So, I guess, like, going back to the first one, if it
Yes.
was just one random stranger versus 5 random strangers, I would, like you said, I would, choose the one person, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, there is no right or wrong answer for these questions because
Okay.
that's all of ethics, right?
Good.
And with my mom, 5 people versus my mom, I would definitely choose 5 people.
Yeah.
My mom's been through so much already, and I value that more than strangers. That sounds so bad.
No, I don't think. No, I'm honestly, I'm sure like everyone would choose their mom.
Mm.
Mostly
like-
everyone would choose their parents.
Especially since my mom, she's been like struggling all her life. Like I want her to at least have like a good, like last 40 years of her life, right?
Mhm.
So I would definitely choose, to have my mom survive.
Yeah.
Right. As for the president, I don't want to have any
Yeah.
political bias.
Ah.
If I were to say just any president, like just the average president, let's say Obama or whatever,
Yeah,
right?
any president.
That don't really have any like, hard feelings for or whatever, right?
Yeah.
I would definitely choose the 5 people to, run over. The reason being, the average president, I would say, they know at least like what they have to do for the country,
Mm-hmm.
right? On average, right? And so, like, killing off one of those like leaders would be problematic for the country.
I mean, yeah. I feel like any way would be problematic for the country.
Yeah, well,
You're
yeah.
killing people.
Well, it would be problematic to me, especially. I'm
Okay.
gonna end up in jail either way.
Yeah. Ooh, that actually makes me think of another question. Sorry, it just made me thought of this. If you
Yeah.
like were, let's say you were like held, like you were being forced to kill someone,
Mm.
and like you had to kill them or that person would kill you, would you still be charged with homicide?
Actually, I have no idea.
That makes me like, it makes me think of that. Like,
I'm not a lawyer. I don't know law.
I don't know either. Okay.
I would assume it would still be considered as like 3rd-degree murder or something,
Okay.
right? I would assume so.
Okay, it just made me think of that. I was like, wait a minute. Because it's always like something I've wondered, but I don't know.
That's fair.
I don't know. But anyway.
So I'm gonna move on to our next kind of basic question, which is it ever okay to lie?
Okay, should I go first?
Go for it.
Yes.
If you have, okay.
Yes.
Why?
Okay, I feel like it's okay to lie to certain people about certain things. Let's say like okay, I'm a girl, so this like, I feel like it kind of correlates. Let's say I'm not 21, but like when I turn 21 or like 21-year-olds, like when they go to bars and like someone's following them like around the bar, someone like tries to give them a drink, they're like, "Oh, what's your name? What's your number?" And they're being like kind of creepy about it, and they like ask like, "Oh, where do you
Yeah.
live? I can take you home." That's when it's okay to lie.
So it has to do with intent.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. But if you're like, there's just some people who lie for like no reason. I feel like for the stupidest reasons too.
So I take philosophy right now, right?
Yeah.
And we were talking about ethics the other day, and my professor brought up all these people in the U.S. government that did terrible things in the past. One of which got his position in the U.S. government through sheer lies.
Oh.
Every
that's
word
not-
he had to say was just a blatant lie. Everything he had on his resume, everything he said, everything he does, all just lies. Like his entire life was a lie.
Yeah, see, like that's not okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, no, like that could like put someone in danger. Like you're obviously not qualified for the position. Lying on a
you're good.
lying on a resume is never okay because that's like a job. Like you're saying you're gonna do stuff, like saying that you can do these things, like saying like if you say like, oh yeah, I can pick up like 300 pounds, and then like when the time actually like it's just an example.
I know.
When the time actually comes, like and they're like, oh, like this is the only person that we have on the team that can actually lift this amount, like we actually need them, and you can't do it, like you're gonna let your whole team down. So it's like really bad to lie in that circumstance. I really think it just depends on the setting and like the
Yeah,
circumstance.
and like I would say there's positive lying and negative lying, right?
Yeah.
Those kinds of negative lying that we just talked about, they're never okay.
Yeah.
But there's also certain types of positive lying. Like you said, in that situation where you're at a bar and
Yeah.
like some weirdo just talks to you,
Yeah.
like that would be considered as positive lying, right? For your own safety.
Yeah, for your own
Right.
safety.
But then there's also other positive lying that's questionable, right?
Give me an example.
So I think we talked about this before, but ignorance is bliss. The saying.
Oh yeah,
ignorance
like
is
what you
bliss.
know won't hurt you.
Yeah.
Okay, I just kind of found out what that meant today.
Yeah.
Kind
So
of embarrassed.
let's say what's a good example of this? What do you think? Do you have any?
I'm trying to think of anything that isn't like too crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, let's say like never mind. I probably can't use that example on this podcast. I honestly can't think of any. I'm going to be so honest.
Okay, wait. I'm just going to like stir something up for
Okay.
you. Your dad, he
Okay.
no, that's not a good example.
Yeah, exactly. I can't really like think of anything. Oh, wait. Never mind. Because I was going to say like, let's say you're, ooh, okay, your turn.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
No,
It's probably better than
our
mine.
producer just gave a great example
Okay,
of this.
good. Because like my mind went blank.
Yeah, white lying.
White lie, what does that mean?
White lying. So basically, making someone or lying to someone to make them feel better. God, why did I think of that?
Yeah, why did I think of that?
I'm just blanking out here.
Honestly, I was like trying to think of like a really good, like big example.
Yeah.
So, I don't think that's okay.
Why?
Well, because like you're lying to them, they're gonna believe that lie. You know? Like, cause like
But what if it's like light, right? Like, let's say they're just going out, or not going out, but like, not. They're going out, right, with friends. It's just something casual.
Yeah.
And it just, they have something. Oh man, I'm really bad at this.
Okay, I'm gonna point it back because I'm a girl and
Yeah.
I have like firsthand experience in this.
Yeah.
So like if you're like going out with your friends and like you're wearing an outfit
Yeah.
and like your friends say, "Oh yeah, that's beautiful," and then like later like after y'all go out, you'll be like, "It was actually not really that good."
Okay.
Like that
yeah,
is that.
in that situation, it's obviously like bad, but there's also
Yeah.
situations that can't. I just recently had one. I just recently had one with my girlfriend.
Yeah.
That's why I like brought up like you're going out or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there was a situation where white lying was like completely fine. Oh man, this like really just goes into like all these branches and
Yeah,
like good
it
or
really
bad.
does.
But
I don't know any like way that lying is okay. Like I'm sure I've experienced a lot of times, but now my mind is just like, no, I don't know, you know.
yeah, but like with situations where like you're going out with an ugly dress, I think like no, not you, but like if someone,
No, yeah,
if
yeah,
your
yeah,
friend
yeah.
were to, I would think that white lying there is bad. Because
Yeah, I
you're
would
just
think so too.
Not doing them a favor.
Yeah, because you're like going out in public.
Yeah.
Like I would like if I wore like a bad outfit or like an outfit that didn't match, I would want my friends to be like, no, that's ugly, change.
Mm-hmm.
But
right. Especially if like you're with them too.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's just not gonna bode well.
Ooh, I actually kind of thought of one.
Oh,
that might be
go
it.
for it.
That
My
I don't
mind
know.
is blanking.
I don't know. It might be it. Like, let's say
Yeah.
you're like trying. Like, it's all girly stuff because it's like firsthand experience. Like, let's say like you're wearing like a really good like makeup style that you like, and it's like very like out there. It's like very graphic. It's very colorful, and your friends don't like it. Like they all don't like it, but because you like it, they're like, yeah, no, it looks good. Would that be an example of good lying?
That is the perfect example,
Okay,
right?
okay.
Like, if you really think
Yeah.
yourself that it looks like you look good,
Yeah.
and you ask your friends if you do look good, your friends, they don't want to. Like,
Yeah, they don't want to like bring your self-esteem down.
Yeah, exactly, and like
Especially
it's
if you,
something
like,
that
worked
you
hard.
like.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Oh my gosh, This just reminded me of my bike situation.
Oh, your bike situation.
My new bike that I'm getting soon. Grace.
Oh, good.
You should have said a white lie.
What?
It hurt me when you said it's ugly.
Oh, I'm sorry. I should have lied to you.
Yeah, you should have lied to me.
I should have lied.
You see, this is like the situation where like lying is okay, right?
Yeah. He bought a bike and it looks very blocky, and I do not. It looks like a square.
Good. No, it looks like an actual motorbike.
It
And
looks like an actual square.
it does not.
In the nicest way possible.
It really doesn't. Our producer knows it does not.
Is he agreeing with you or is he agreeing with me? It looks like
I can't
a square.
tell. He's like talking into the
Okay. I think it looks like a square. I probably should have lied to you because you were really excited about the bike. I apologize.
Yeah, exactly. That's obviously a situation.
What?
Our producer just sent a message saying it looks like a square.
Really? See, he agrees with me. It looks like a square. But I should have
both suck.
I should have lied to you and I should have said that it looks good
Well, it's
because
already
you
too
were
late.
happy about it. It's okay. I think I've had multiple times where I've bought something, my friends were like, yeah, that's ugly. And I'm like, you should have just lied to me. Like, there have been times where I just want people to lie to me because it just makes me feel better.
Exactly. So there's like white lying that's good and white lying that's bad.
Yeah.
So now that we know this all, like there's good lying and bad lying, and then there's within good lying there's also bad lying and good lying.
It's very confusing. Philosophy is very confusing.
Especially lying.
I think
Lying
I already
sucks.
have a headache.
Yeah. Dude, just don't lie. Just don't lie. You're just gonna
Don't lie
dig
unless
yourself
it's
a
for
hole.
your safety or
Yeah.
for someone else's safety or you're trying to protect someone's feelings.
Yes.
I think that's the
a
only time that
premise.
it's good.
Yeah. So we are kind of like not really running up on our time, but like we have like 7-ish minutes, I think.
Okay.
I do want to briefly go over something that
Okay.
could leave us or the listeners on a cliffhanger.
Ooh,
right?
cliffhanger. My arm hurts.
Is immortality ever desirable?
No. To me?
Or
Or,
I guess,
like,
yeah.
Are you saying is it gonna happen or like
No,
what?
is it desirable? Like, what do you want? Immortality?
No.
Why?
Okay, so I do not, because if I am living forever, I'm going to see everyone I love pass away. I am going to see literally everyone I love on their deathbed, and I'm going to have to live with that. I am going to see the world fall apart. I don't know if it's going to, but I am going to have to live through that. If we go into a war, I'm living through that. I would be the most traumatic. I would have so much trauma and PTSD. I do not want that.
Considering how immortality is eternal, do you think you would be able to overcome those feelings? Right?
No.
No?
No.
Do you think it would just stick with you
I'm still
forever?
worried about things that happened when I was in like elementary school. I'm not gotten over anything in my life, and I'm probably never going to.
I will say, coming back to the point about how you would see all your loved ones perish.
Yes.
Right? I want to say that all things come to an end. Apparently, except for you because you're immortal.
Yeah,
right?
I want to. This might sound bad, but like I want to come to an end eventually.
Yeah.
Like
no,
I want to live my time. I want to have fun while I'm alive, and then I want to pass away like peacefully.
I will just throw out my opinion
Yes,
of this
please.
out there. I do agree.
Okay.
Right? But I'm
Thank
just
you.
pointing out some perspectives, right?
Okay.
For one, if you're immortal, right, you're going to like have so many relationships potentially if you choose to, right?
Yeah.
And obviously you're just going to see them all perish over
Exactly.
time.
I don't
right?
want that.
But if you're immortal, you could find value in that, right? You could realize that those like experiences, right? Those like I don't know 50 years that you were with someone, right? That's something to cherish, right?
And then you would have to do it all over again.
Not all over again, but have new ones.
I don't like that.
It's
I don't like that.
I think I'm just putting
I want to be like a swan. You know, swans mate for life. That's what I want to do. I don't want to. But also, are we running up on our time?
Ish.
Okay,
We can still talk about it.
This made me think of something.
Sure.
Okay, I don't know, like, if I'm immortal, like, I just don't die, right?
Yeah.
But, like, let's say, because, like, you can't drown, right? Because you can't die.
There's
What if I got, like, eaten by a shark? Like, how would that work?
There's different types of, like, immortality, right? One is, like, never aging and never dying of old age, right?
Yeah.
Just that as a whole thing. Another one would be you can't die no matter what,
Yeah.
right? Which would suck in that,
Yeah.
scenario
it
where you're getting eaten
would.
by a shark, right?
Yeah.
But there's also one where you just regenerate. You just regenerate, you just
like a superhero.
yes.
Ooh.
But
I
at the
could be a
same time, you would feel all that pain.
Okay, yeah, I don't want immortality actually at all. Like I've never wanted it, but yeah, no, I don't.
I think not dying of old age would be interesting though.
It would. Would you age? You just wouldn't
You
die,
just
or
wanna
you
age.
just
Or I mean, there's like many types of immortality, but yeah,
like if someone gave me immortality right now, would I just stay like this for the rest of my life,
yeah, pretty much.
or for the rest of
Yeah,
the existence?
I mean that's like the scenario we're talking about, anyways.
Ooh, it makes me think like ooh.
Ooh, what?
I'm sorry. It's like, you know how like, dinosaurs were before us, and now we have this age. Like,
Yeah.
what's the age that's gonna be like in the this like?
That is like the main reason why I am so intrigued by immortality.
Yeah.
But at the same time, my humanly desires and humanly emotions, thoughts, just make me not want to
Yeah.
experience that because obviously, like you said, everyone who I loved and care about would die, and then I
Yeah.
would need to make new ones. But
And then
At- like I said, though, you could still overcome that and find value in those times you can, cherish.
I would not. I know already well. I know already. I would not cherish it. I would cry about it every single day.
But what about the future? We've only been humanity as a civilization. Our producer is going to be mad at me if I get the numbers wrong. We've only been
He's a
around
history
as a
major.
civilization for about 5,000-ish years. Oh, I got it right.
Oh, good job. 5,000?
Yeah, civilization,
Oh.
right? And thinking about
Oh.
the age of Earth, the Jurassic
5,000?
period, and yeah, only 5,000 years as a civilization.
What about like BC? Like
Yeah, that includes
what?
3,000 BC, ish.
What?
Yeah,
5,000? That's not.
yeah.
Oh.
As a civilization, that's what I'm saying. We're so young as a civilization.
Wait, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that.
So just imagine another 10,000 years. Where would we be? Right? Wouldn't you want to know?
Only 5,000? We have
Only
like robots?
5,000. Yeah!
Imagine like a Victorian era child seeing AI.
Right?
Imagine showing them like a Sour
We're
Patch Kid.
exponentially growing as like for like technology and as a civilization. So who knows what just a mere 10,000 years in the grand scheme of things
I don't want to know.
would bring. I would want to know. That would be like one of my main reasons why I would desire immortality. But anyways, on that note, which is a good note, right?
Yeah. I don't like that. 5,000? Are you sure?
Yes. Our former history major just confirmed it.
It's closer to 6,000.
Closer to 6,000.
I don't like
Still,
that.
that's
I
like
don't like
really
that,
young.
like at all.
Yeah, right?
Oh my gosh. 5,000 years ago, we didn't have Sour Patch Kids.
That's true. Yeah. That's
Imagine
very true.
showing a caveman
Maybe in a-
Imagine giving a caveman a Sour Patch Kid. He would like, he would die.
I don't know, man.
But anyway.
But yeah, that was Open Book. This podcast is going to be a weekly podcast, and we will try to be very consistent with the upload times. And sometimes while Grace is DJing on our radio, her name is Heartbows, by the way, if you guys didn't know.
That defeats the purpose of
It really
being
doesn't
anonymous.
because no, it's fine.
My
it's fine.
Instagram handle is the same.
It's fine. My name is DJ Fishfowl on the radio too. We sometimes talk about philosophical topics on
We're gonna
there
yell
too.
out for this.
Sometimes. So, yeah, my name was Harry Kerametlian, junior by Grace Brummett. Thanks for coming on,
Of
and
course.
thank you for listening. Bye.